it's an invasion. I think it's an invasion. DJ Skinny. They not for ride. Let's go. Who that? Respect the DJ.
Slippin' Slide DJ.
I think it's an invasion. I think it's an invasion. I think it's an invasion. Man, they not for around here. I think it's an invasion. Greetings, sir.
All right, and we back.
Yeah.
I had a little technical difficulty. We trying to get right with this new Facebook setup and everything.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, Mark, give me a call, man. We gotta figure some things out. Give me a call. But before we took our quick little break and everything, we were actually speaking about all the different avenues or resources of people that are in Middle Tennessee that also do firearm instructing, that do some training and everything like that. And Isaiah actually has a website, so I need everybody that is logged in, that is viewing right now, to take this website down so you can know exactly where you can go if you're looking for, if you're in Nashville area and you can't make it down to a Steele Motivated class, which I highly suggest you do first. But,
It's all good.
Yeah.
But if not, then there's a website. Well, why don't you tell us what the website is?
All right, so one of my fellow firearms trainers, experts, actually is a female that's like nationally known, black female. Nickname is Tig. Yeah, T-I-G. So if you go to get the gunshot for that one.
Right.
But seriously though, My Sister's Keeper Defense. So mysisterskeeperdefense.com. Then go to the national, what is it? Black Self-Defense Directory. So it's national. So it's gonna have everybody that she knows of, and it's continually getting updated on a map. That's either a black-owned gun range, a black instructor,
Right.
or a black firearm, firearm store, or like I won't say a gadget store, but like an equipment store. That's for firearms. So she collects this data and she puts it on there. So like if you in Ohio, hey, I want to know where a gun shop is, or a trainer. You look up Ohio and see the biggest cities, and boom, there you go. So we on there in Huntsville. We on there in Columbia and Huntsville. So that's our two locations, right? That I told her to put us on there. So and there's probably more that need to be added though. So I used to try to hit her up and be like, hey, what about this person? So
And also, if y'all know anybody that should be on there, make sure you reach out to them so they can contact us, so they can get listed.
Yeah, it's free. It's free to list. She doing this like for the community though.
That's what's up.
So it's all so nationwide. I think it's. I don't know. Let me look at the map real quick. Like seriously. So like,
snap!
The map.
Y'all need to go check this out. This map, like no matter where you at.
So it's all over the country.
It is.
And it's color coded by icons. Certain icons mean certain things, right?
That's what's up.
Red icons mean women's firearm instructors. Black icons is co-ed, right?
Okay.
Green icons is the FFLs where you can buy from. And let's see, gray icons is firearms gear and accessories. It's all black owned.
And it's a lot of each of those on that map.
Yeah,
as you're saying.
and it's mostly like if you look at the Mississippi River, right? It's mostly east of the Mississippi, right? California gun law is a little bit different, but there are trainers out there. I think I know a few trainers in Las Vegas, Arizona.
Okay. I know.
Texas is a big one. Texas
big.
It got trainers all over the place. Instagram is an easy way to find trainers.
Actually, man, I'm glad you mentioned Vegas because it reminded me to tell you something. The shoot that you, Jazz, and D that y'all did. One of my homegirls, she lives in Vegas. She's in a gun club. She's an instructor now and everything. She just became an instructor a couple months ago. But when y'all did that, she hit me up. And I ain't had nothing to do with that shoot.
Right.
But she had always seen Jasmine like in my photos. She was like, man, I saw a girl that looked just like your homegirl with a big ass gun. I'm like, no, that was her. She was like, no, it couldn't have been because this was with a gun company. I was like, no, it's an instructor. Like his name Isaiah. She like, wait, that's from down there. Like, yeah, they did that shoot here. She was like, yo, tell them this was when you do that a year and a half ago,
2018, over 2.5 years ago.
2.5, man. She was like, man, tell them that we are buzzing about that here in Vegas. You had people going out trying to do their own shoots like that. They was like, why we ain't throwing a nice dress with our guns and stuff like. They was trying.
Man, me and Jazz came up with that. Man, I came up with it. You know, I reached out to her first thing. Like, man, I got an idea for you. I said, it's gonna hit. Just trust me. Man, ain't nobody doing this right here. Yo. It hit that one pitch, man. Them pitches, all of them was hitting. Yeah. Trizzy was the photographer.
Right.
Man, I give everybody a little Trizzy, man.
Trizzy.
He took the pictures of class 1 in the classroom and all that, man.
So just describe to the people that haven't seen it, what are these pictures?
You can go to Steele-Motivatedsecurity.com.
yeah. But I don't think those pictures on there. But they women's empowerment, right? So this is, you know, like I was the only dude there. It was mostly focused on the women, black women, you know, firearms, right? That led into this 2 years prior, right? So our target was always women. So we did, and what we used was like, you know, like, so we had like, you know, remember the "This Is America" song, and then Black Panther had dropped in February, right? So we went. So Jazz was like, "Hey, we got a little spot." Like it was
Chickasaw Trace.
Yeah. See, you know more than me, and I was the organizer. So she was like, "Yeah, that's a spot." So we made it sort of like, I ain't gonna say Wakanda, but it was Middle Tennessee, Duck River, right?
Yeah.
Hey, water, right? We was in the water. So so we had those shoots. We had then they flipped and did the dress right. And then they got the more elegant look, beautiful look on from. So they went from straight, you know, country, camouflage overalls, etc. into to that. So that one hit. But like, you know, like anytime we take pictures, like whether it just be messing around with a class or if it's official, Still Motivated seem to hit the airways pretty hard though.
You need a black man in suits with the straps, man.
We can do that. I
can put a whole calendar together like it ain't nothing.
I'm just saying, me and Jazz done had some conversations, so I done reached out. So that shoot was more sort of like, you know, just showing melanin, right? Black. So I reached out to some more people, some models and things like that. I'm not a modeling agency, but we got contacts, right? Because we done pull security for a lot of people that have been to events.
Right.
So I reached out, man, and to be honest, there ain't too many said no. I don't think any said no.
That's what's up.
Like they always say, let me know when. And we ain't. You can do what you want with the pictures. I'm not gonna be like, nah, you can't have the pictures, man. I'm gonna pay for the photographer, boom, 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 whatever, man. You do what you want to market yourself, really.
Right.
Put it in your portfolio.
Ideas, man. We're gonna have to talk.
But yeah, we had before COVID hit, man. Me and we were talking, me and Jazz, and I had some more people, California, Atlanta, you know, plugged in there too. We was
all the way out in Vegas trying to redo the shoot. They were trying to do their own.
They can't redo it though. It ain't gonna be the same though. We got a certain touch. They just being honest, man. We got that country swag, man. Columbia, right? But we did our thing with that though, and we had something coming up though. I had hit Trizzy up and everything. Told him the game plan. Man. Said, look, this is what we trying to do. I can't tell you on here. Somebody gonna steal it.
Gonna take it.
Nah, can't nobody steal that. Nah, I'm gonna be mad.
I underestimated our viewership one time, man.
Yes.
Underestimated the
what
viewership.
happened? Oh, somebody done jacked you.
Nah, I was with the campaign. But with the campaign, man, we talking to the candidates and everything, and I had said it like, I'm gonna run for city council. I was like, ain't nobody even running, so I'll be able to get in there. And I didn't realize how many people really be watching. And like Paco always be telling me, now I'm opposed. I could have slid in there if I shut up.
But running your mouth. But no, real talk. Like it's you never know. Like you see those little memes and things like that. There's always somebody looking. You know, just keep pushing. Man, celebrities looking like crazy. They make apps where they can look at, let's say, stories, look at different things without their presence being known.
Wait, hold on.
Just crazy stuff.
You're in my world now.
Like
what they make is what they call these things are bots. Okay, my homeboy uses them to get high dollar items like let's say a Nintendo Switch. Okay, they off the market. You know, they sold out. So they had these bots programmed that when things update and hit, it'll automatically send them the information and take. They also have bots that are programmed in for different phrases and words, things that might start trending real quick. It's just, that's how it works.
Man, they looking, so they may see your product. Now, Beyonce, I like using Beyonce, the queen bee, right? Yeah. She looks at things, right? But you'll never know she's looking at what you're doing and saying she could watch you maneuver for years before she like a picture, if she ever like it, right? Or someone maybe a little bit not on that level.
And
they're looking. I
used to be wondering like how these people get discovered on Instagram. Then you go to their page and it's like, bro, what? How did you what?
People are looking. You
That's
just
wild.
and they're not coming up in your story. Like you can see who's looking at your story. This way, like he said, there's ways around that because you don't want clout chasers, right?
Right.
Then maybe somebody of a higher status is looking for someone to do some internet stuff for them, or looking for a gun class. I had celebrities reach out to me. Actually, I reach out to them. I'm bold, man.
Yeah.
I done been like, hey, so-and-so, I ain't going to tell you the names again. I don't want, man, they'll be like, hey, I need to take your class. I'm talking about they come to me or I come to them. Or they're like, I'm too busy right now, but I'm going to get with you. These is actually them talking. Check mark and all.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? And that's crazy because the Instagram page got hacked. my business page, something happened to it, but she got backups, right? And I ain't gonna lie, man, it's motivation. I screenshot. I never repost our conversation. I screenshot for motivation. Like this celebrity, Target, they said yes. They actually said yes. I want you. Gotta match the schedules though. You may say yes tomorrow and can't do it for a little while, a year or so later, because they busy, right? But I got a few of them ready though, and the thing is, it may never air. You may never see a photo. More than likely, they ain't gonna want it posted. Right. Nah. But you gonna just have to trust what I say. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to flex. Like I wouldn't try to. Oh yeah, I did. I took Beyonce to the range, or she caught. Like I would never tell you that. First of all, and second of all, if it happened, you never see a photo.
Hey, look.
just know that. Hey,
I want a podcast. Beyonce, if you ever tell me you want to do something, I'm on the slick.
Right. See that way.
I promise I'm going live. Viewers, I'm here for you. I promise I'm going live over my shoulder. There she is right there. I gotta get off.
You'll be wanting to do stuff like that, but it'd be in your best interest in your company to not, because you're gonna get return business. Yeah, man, you ain't gotta do it. You got fans. So y'all in a different world, though. It's a podcast. Yeah. For me. Yeah, we got fans and we got supporters, but like I'm not finna, privacy, right? Right. If they don't want to be seen, right? Discretion is, like, hey, I'm not finna show the conversation I just had with this celebrity, this reality star or whatever. So there goes an avenue right there. Now pick all the reality stars. Which one you think I done talked to? You see what I'm saying? I see a reality star, but it's so many of them. Right. So look at him. He over here trying to guess.
Man, see, when I worked with reality star, I took a picture with Delicious from Favorite Love. I was like, boom, there we are.
Well, yeah, usually, you're going to probably ask them, like, hey, can I take a photo? Or not, or you slide it in on them, though. But like they cool. Most time they pretty cool though. Like they ain't. But still though, if they trying to protect, see my world different. If they trying to learn protection, maybe they don't want nobody to know that they know karate or jiu-jitsu or whatever. We don't teach that, but maybe they don't went to classes though. Everything on reality TV they're not gonna show. Right? It's reality TV. How real is it? But it's just different.
Man, I'm bucking. They gotta tell me to put the phone.
I can't roll with you, man.
They gotta tell me to put the phone.
Hey, that's offline. We're gonna get offline with that one.
Hey, real quick, we're gonna show the short. That we got Brandon when he went out to the range a little bit, and it's just a short, but we're gonna put the full thing up on our page.
Oh yeah, shout out to the Armstrong family, Janae. Shout out to her. Little partnership going on, so let's get it.
Yeah, here we go.
We already did the classroom part. Now we're out here at the range. I shot 17 out of 20. Sent a mask. Do something to you. Pachman came out and everything. The support.
Yeah, I'm already certified.
Yeah, he already know how to do this.
Been for years, so I had to get the little, all that bullshit going on.
You know what I mean?
All that bullshit going on. All that bullshit. So,
the Steele Motivated Basics of Pistol Shooting class that I just got done taking. I just went through the course. I did the written
part where we was in the classroom. Now we live on the range. But I got my instructor, Mr. Isaiah Smith, the founder of Steele Motivated Security and Trainings. Man, hey, I appreciate you first off for just showing me everything.
I appreciate you coming, man. Hey, you missed the first class. Hey, he missed the first class.
I did.
He was supposed to be in one of them classes that was 107.
See, look how
he ducked out. Look, it's beautiful out here right now.
It was just right on time. You know what I'm saying? I may not be there when you want me to. I'm right on time. But, man, when did you start all this? Like, how many years have you been doing it?
This right here, so the NRA version of the course, I've been teaching probably since 2018. So right around probably February is when I first came up with the business. Okay. And from then on, we've been, just shooting and training. So, but I didn't start the NRA course until this year, really. The full course where I got all these people didn't start it to this year. Now I've been certified since 2018.
Okay.
Took a little break and then tried to come back in. Woo. Hold on, hold it now. Woo. I want to shoot that thing. I want to shoot that thing. Oh, bro. Woo. It's more like this space. This one's still got it. Hey, brother, step up a few feet. Y'all get parallel with it. Get even with it. Stay even with each other. All right?
Y'all, we're gonna
Y'all saw that.
Hey,
Y'all saw that. Y'all saw that.
Hey, that's a fake gunshot, y'all.
Yeah, I know.
Action Jackson.
So, okay, you teach the technical classes, you teach the handgun safety and stuff. As an American citizen, not law enforcement, not military, what do we need to do to get organized out here? What do you think the best move for us? Because, it feels like maybe not everything is in our best interest and people are trying to do this and that. We're trying to unify and then some of us are trying to divide. What do you think is the best move for us to organize out here as an American citizen?
Good question.
I'll say unity, right? And that's across the board. If we could get everybody to unite, right? Across the board, no matter race, religion, skin color, sexual preference would be the best. But I tell you what, protect your family first. So before you, I don't know because I'm not inside of these organizations, like people running out, and that's left wing, right wing, everybody, black, white, making these militia groups, organizations. Are they teaching their loved ones how to protect themselves? So I hope they're just not going to buy a vest, run out, and then, be like a vigilante out there at the protest, either for the protest or against the protest or whatever. Like, you don't want that type of stuff. So, but learn, and I say you don't have to send everybody to an instructor, right? You can go there yourself, learn basics, right? Stuff you never knew, and just take it, right? Each one teach one. Iron sharpens iron, right?
Yep.
Right.
Take that back home. Now, when they want to advance, right, or if they want to be like, hey, I want to, get a little pointers from him in the class, send them to the class or her. Man, I done passed off plenty of people to other instructors, right? It's collaboration over competition. It really is. So, you want to. I don't know about the organization, right? I get the point of it, but I just say small unit tactics is how I roll.
I think people have really lost touch with like a sense of community, so they're building their own community based on common interest or
relatability.
Yeah. So, and that's another thing.
Yeah.
You got neighbors in the same street, homeowners not going anywhere, that are at war with each other. Like the sense of community has really been disrupted. I heard an old recording.
I blame the Purge movie.
No, this is way before the Purge. Hold on, where is it at?
The donkey of the day.
No,
The Purge movie had everybody looking at their neighbors like,
yeah.
I don't know y'all like I knew y'all.
Nah, what I would say is it may be social media, to be honest.
It is social media.
Because in the 90s, like, you had to, cell phones and social media, because in the 90s, you literally had to go to your next door neighbor or call them on a landline, right? Mm-hmm. Like, if you wanted anything, wanted to do anything, you couldn't look really on the internet and see stuff. You had to hear gossip really through the neighborhoods. You didn't know if it was true or not. So-and-so got shot, so-and-so got married, so-and-so this. You had to talk.
Right.
You really don't have to interact now with social media. You can just get on Steele Motivated page, Whodat Podcast, your individual page, to see your whole life or whatever someone's portraying.
Right.
It ain't got to be real, though. That's the thing. It may not be real at all. And that's what it is, though. So now you got the groups because, there's some civil unrest and unjust, throughout history. And now you got some people taking advantage of it on both sides, saying, let's form this group.
And the movie, if you want to watch a movie to understand what we're talking about, put in Higher Learning.
Hey, I got Higher Learning. I didn't even bust it out the plastic.
Yeah,
I know the movie. It's a classic.
You just like seeing that. You just like, hey, I got
Higher Learning is from our perspective. One of my favorite movies, man. And I like, it's hard for me to watch some of those movies because I'm sort of aggressive, right? Yeah. Like one person I said you don't want to turn on either side is probably me, right? Just cause football player, right? Just natural aggression where you could, you taught that in sports, military, man. But one is the hate you give. Yeah. The hate you give is what's happening right now.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, that's a profound movie.
And I ain't gonna say police brutality. It's the profiling and then accidental shooting. Like that movie right there. Go see that. And if you want some history, Harriet. Them the two I always say. Right. Harriet. So if you want to go 3 levels throughout history, say Harriet, Higher Learning, and then The Hate You Give. Yes. Them 3 right there will make anybody. Hey, you can see it from all levels, from slave days all the way up through 80s, 90s, all the way to The Hate You Give is sort of like a right now scenario. Yeah, it's a book. And I just found out it was a book from one of my high school teachers that she makes people read. Right. And I was like, okay, because the book is always going to have more.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I'm like, let me get this book. Let me put it on my reading list. Like, for real. Good. Like, reading, hey, that's the real knowledge, right?
Yeah, I use Audible. I don't be having time to just...
Oh, yeah.
But I've plug in and do Audible. I love it, man. I'll be at work working with one ear plugged in, listening to Audible the whole time.
Right, yeah, just knowledge, man. Just put it all together and you make your own opinion about life and what's going on. Don't go off the media. Don't go off what somebody said. Don't go off what I say. Go do research on everything and be like, okay, I think it's a little... my opinion a little bit different than his, but I see where people are coming from. You got to be open-minded, right?
The media is a more dangerous weapon than anything this man can teach you to handle. The media,
hey, I can teach you a few things, but the media can get.
Yeah, the media is more dangerous than the Draco that he's got in the video. It's more dangerous than any pistol, anything. Sway a whole 200,000 people all at once to do something dumb.
Media, like it's some good movies on Netflix, right? They're more action-packed movies, but they look at them. They all like on the top 10, and it's about media using media and governments and just people that's trying to overthrow stuff. Not the government, but just put their agenda out there. This stuff's happening, man. Propaganda. You get one thing, you set up one wrong thing, and you can cause a whole people, right, to try to organize. That's us, right? Yeah. Like the media putting that stuff out there like it, and then sometimes it's swayed. It ain't as bad as it seems, or we missing facts, right?
The context.
And so now it's the divide right before the election. Yeah. We're finna split votes, all kinds of crazy stuff. By the way, go vote, register to vote. I know in Tennessee, in the most places, your last day is tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Tomorrow gonna be your last day to vote. Yep. I mean, to register. So man, go out there, man. Register. Yes. Register to vote, man. I don't care who you vote for, because some people, they got different reasons, right? But vote. Like
vote for Sproul.
Oh, okay.
5th Ward City Council.
But like it's
what was your thoughts when you saw the debate and how you felt that would like permeate through the country?
Man, you know what? I actually cut the debate off because they kept telling each other to shut up and all kinds of craziness. Yes. Like, I couldn't sit there through. I sat through it right before he said the stand up, stand by, stand down, stand by thing. So I woke up to messages in my inbox, text messages, all kinds of stuff, tags, and I'm like, what is going on?
I can only imagine how people blowing you up.
And I was like, ooh, I said, bet, I'm already ready anyway. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like I ain't got to go run out and buy ammo and guns. Right. But it's not going to come down to that, man, because like I said, most people are not tactical. Right. Like, yeah, anybody can go do some crazy stuff, but that stuff going to get shut down by law enforcement. And if big enough, the military, they're not going to let that, the country ain't going to be like that, though. You see what I'm saying? Like, now, little groups could fight it out, no different than the gang culture. They fight it out all the time.
Oh, they in Portland going at it since the last 3 years since Trump got elected. Like, that's the thing. Like, we see unrest and the civil unrest going on between, behind Floyd and Ahmaud Arbery and Elijah McClain and Breonna Taylor. And it's crazy. I got to list this many names. But like, we see that civil unrest and we're like, oh, man, it's going. The whole world's going crazy. The country's about to tear up. Man, them folks been in Seattle and Portland the last 3 years. Yeah. They fighting.
See, they
hitting each other with bicycles.
How do y'all feel about like the investigations and stuff? Because now they done released all the investigations before the shooting of Breonna Taylor. They've got files out there now where they were investigating her because of her ex and stuff like that. When that story first dropped, they made it sound like it was a no-knock with the wrong people and they got shot. But now come to find out, per their reports, that they're saying, that was the address and they were there for Breonna Taylor. How do y'all feel about that?
I hadn't really looked into it yet, I was in some tactical training and stuff like that last week, but I'm gonna dive into it and basically I'm gonna form my own opinion. Right. I ain't gonna let the media sway me either way. But like it could be true if it's in the report. Now that's not to say it's true, but you got to take that stuff with a grain of salt. Like it may be true. Right. Like he may not. The boyfriend may not been the best person. I don't know. Right. She did not deserve to die. Let's get that straight. No. But like I don't know what's going on. Like I wish I could see into everybody. Right. If I was a fly on the wall type deal. Right. That way you can really see what's happening. Was it was the guy that bad? Was it really that bad? Where you had to perform that kind of no knock, if it was a knock, or enter like that. Right. Was it like they ain't entering like that for terrorists?
That's exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's people like in this country that so there's certain, and that's different. It's municipalities, right? Different. They're taught different things. See, unlike the military where we're all taught a certain way across the board, the Leo force is not. When it comes to county, local, state, all the way up, they're not taught one standard. Now, the standard may be to protect your flag, serve that, but that's where it probably ends. Yeah, I can't tell you personally because I haven't been through their academy, but I've been through different training, and the military, every infantryman is taught the same thing across, no matter what training you go through, right? Yeah, but at the same time, across the board, it would come to money. Too much money to train everybody the same way when you got all those different. Every law enforcement agency out there does different things. So they're tasked with different things.
Well, like we was saying in class, how you mentioned with the state troopers, they're trained differently, and you can tell.
I think just in how I'll tell you a story. I used to tell it in my class though. It's quick though. Man, one of my first classes back in 2018, man, I was pulled over by a Tennessee state trooper. I was rushing the class on Bear Creek Pike, where they like to sit anyway. I don't know why I went that way. I went that way, but the guy pulled me over, really.
You was definitely
and I had a lot of guns in the car. I'm about to go teach a firearms class. Right. And I wasn't even certified, right? You don't got to be certified to be an instructor. It looks good, and then it gives you more background knowledge, right? Now, I got tons of years of experience, right? Being certified through military on different things and stuff like that. So I got pulled over, nervous. I'm an African-American guy with a bunch of guns. State trooper walk up.
You a big black dude.
Well, yeah, that too, right? So and look, man, I wish I knew this guy's name, man. Professional. I told him. He was like, "What they always ask you, well, what's got you in a hurry?" I wasn't even in my vehicle, so I give him the license, registration, all that stuff. My parents, right?
I think it was in my dad's truck, right? And then I was like, man, I got a gun. He's like, got any guns in the car? I was like, yeah, I'm a firearms instructor and I'm late for class. I got quite a few. He went back to the car. What's going through my head, right, in today's society, 2018 wasn't no different, right? It was still crazy.
2 more cars that pull up.
I was like, man, we finna get a helicopter. We finna get, you know, the county finna come. His partners finna come. Maybe the local police finna come. None of it happened. He made a decision, right? He asked me some questions, simple. Sound like a firearms instructor? I am. You know, I'm in Colombia, man. Don't nothing that bad happen. That I ain't finna go, you know, destroy nothing. You know, I'm a single person, right? He was like, man, slow it down, man. Have a good time. I told him the location. I said it's some family land. You know, I told him about the location. He said, have a good day. Slow down. Pull it off. It could have been. It could have ended. If you take today's climate, it could have ended very bad for everybody. You can look at it from the police side. Hey, it could have ended bad for him if I was a bad guy. I could have got out of the car and just lit him up, right? Yeah. It's by itself. Vice versa, as a black man, it could have ended bad for me, right? You know, like I got a lot of guns in the car. I got permits. I got everything I'm supposed to, but that don't mean nothing. If he was that type of guy to start, he could have ended me quick. Now it may not have ended too well for him when he find out, like, maybe the better reputation that I have, right? And I'm being from here, don't get into trouble, veteran, right? You know, good in the community, up. Like but like he professionally different trained organization, right? State trooper versus some state troopers probably have more money than some of the counties, some of the say metro city got they got a lot of other problems. They don't really funnel that type of money in there, right? I wish I had some numbers or somebody on the inside who could like give us some statistics, but. That's just an educated guess, right? Like they're trained different. And plus, that's not really his MO, like probably as a state trooper looking for, he caught me coming off the interstate, right? So that's his realm, right? Out there. They looking for stuff bigger than me. Right. Like me, I'm just a firearms instructor trying to go, teach a class that I'm running late for,
I wish we could find out how our tax dollars were allocated to different entities and how it went to training or equipment. Like Lewisburg got a tank. Like not a tank with a cannon on top because you from the military. My bad. Let me use the right word.
It's probably a piece of armor, but more like a personnel carrier for like SWAT. It ain't got a tank. Hey, don't take that. It's probably we ain't trying to like Lewisburg, Marshall County. Y'all good, right? It's probably an armored personnel carrier, but that's probably it's for movement of maybe like a SWAT. Like when something, say if you had like DC sniper or a Las Vegas sniper, they're gonna move in tactically with that type of equipment. So you're not gonna come in a squad car.
In Lewisburg, I'm sure that money could have went to something else.
But those are outdated old pieces of equipment though. So when I look at them, I'm like, okay.
Oh, they got it for the low.
It's outdated. Military, it's a lot of it's outdated, but it's good enough for the community, right? So if you had a shootout, you could transport your SWAT. And then like I said, it's a purpose for everything. They're not going to use that for intimidation. You know what I'm saying? Most sheriffs and police chiefs they got bigger fish that they looking for than to try to intimidate a population. But there are places in America that probably do that. But in Tennessee, and I talked to one of my he a tough person to debate with is probably when it comes to criminal justice, and that's my homeroom teacher, Mr. Brown. Shout out to G Money, Garland Brown. Man, he was my homeroom teacher for 4 years, and I never got a chance to take his criminal justice class because my path was different. You got like university path, technical path. I think he was considered technical. They would never let me in his class.
That's crazy. Wow.
So but my homeroom is all I need to get all the knowledge I need. I don't need to take your class and make bad grades.
He dropping gems every
and like
of the way.
One of the things he told me, because I told him the story too, or I posted the story out about the state troop, and I done had other run-ins with where I got guns and stuff. Man, he said it's different in Tennessee, really. He said that they train a little bit better than other parts of the country, which, from my experience, is probably true.
Just what we're seeing on TV is probably true.
There's some stuff out in the counties, and it's probably Metro, Nashville, Chattanooga, maybe some of the bigger cities. It's got some bad stuff going on, but overall, right, man, you don't really see, knock on wood, a lot of that type of negativity with the police as far as like
that Louisville, Kentucky situation and the other stuff. Like,
and I think it's better that way too, man. Because
everybody got their flaws though, so don't get me wrong. But yeah, like overall though, I think we probably safer in Tennessee, and it's a southern state, police wise, than we would be in some of those other places though.
But Tennessee set up different. I'm glad that ain't nothing like that, especially that it got like nationwide attention, like recently type thing. Because just the way that people do things in Tennessee is just different. Like, we do strikes differently. Last year we had the GM strike. Only person that died in the whole country was in Spring Hill type thing.
I think it was just a what he died like, but it wasn't from brutality or nothing crazy. It was like he jumped in.
Came. He didn't jump.
Not like not jump, but like it was like an accident.
Right. It was an accident.
So most things happen because of accident. I think the number one killer, if I ain't mistaken, at least it was the number one thing as a soldier is the number one cause of deaths is accidents, not the enemy.
For real?
Yes, accidents, like just pure accidents, whatever it is, kills more soldiers than the enemy does.
That's wild.
Mm-hmm.
That's wild.
And now what you label as an accident, I don't know the categories. Just probably some stuff that probably shouldn't be an accident, but whatever.
I got you.
But you know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy like that though. Like I'm telling you, man, G Money. Hey, get it. Hey, he'll spit some knowledge to you. He'll tear you up when it comes to that stuff too, man.
And he can't wait to tell you.
Yeah, he'll make you look at it from a different perspective. Remember, this is what he teaches and what he studies. It's hard to tell somebody who done mastered criminal justice about the criminal justice system.
Right.
Black man from Colombia.
Right.
What he already fighting uphill, right?
Right.
So old, wise, right? So.
And
it's crazy.
He one of them types to where like it literally you'll be like in your last year of school, you'll be out of school, and then it'll hit you like, man, he was right about all of it, wasn't he? Golly, because when he telling you at first, you just sitting there like amazed. You're like, it can't be like that, and then you grow up a little bit, you be like, I be damned.
It is like that. It's exactly like that.
Knowledge. Right. Hey, I tell you one thing. He'll tell you real quick. Don't be so quick to listen to the narrative. Right.
Right.
That's in the media.
Right.
That's dangerous.
I can twist the narrative in a heartbeat, and that's me, and I'm nobody.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You get enough
It's
viewers,
dangerous.
right?
It's dangerous, man. If you just going, but honestly, if you at this point and seeing how things are going, if you're still believing the very first story that they give you without doing your own research, reading, looking into like how you said you want to see the investigation and form your own opinion. Yeah. If you're not thinking like that nowadays after COVID, after all the police and the civil unrest and all that type of stuff, after the president keeps yelling about fake news and stuff, if you're not looking into your own research, then you don't really want to know.
Wait, stop right there.
Uh-oh.
Stop right. Hold on.
You got a schoolboy got some brake screeching. Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
Fake news president. Does he have COVID? Do you believe it or not?
I think he does. I don't think he would fake it because it's just the worst timing. Because you just had this debate where you were going at Biden about how often he wears a mask. So for you to fake getting COVID is the worst timing. You like you already know people think that you aren't that smart.
Right.
But so you wouldn't put yourself in a position to look even dumber. You know what I mean? Like not this close to an election. Like so I think he actually really got it. And it's just funny that a couple days before he was just talking to the other guy like, you wear yours around everybody. You're terrified. Like and then the next day you positive, bro. I don't think you can't even write that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I think.
Man, I don't know.
I don't know.
Like I really don't know. It's this weird timing for everything, right? You don't wish even on your worst enemy. Sometimes you don't wish certain stuff on them. Like some people go on the extreme, right? I done see some extreme stuff now. Now I ain't gonna go that far. Like it just is what it is.
Very extreme.
Yeah, it is. But
2020.
But I don't know. He could, maybe not. I ain't a doctor. I ain't in the room.
I believe HBO wrote 2020.
HBO.
2020 is one of the things. It's like, and the president has COVID. Check you out next week on 2020. You know what I mean? And then you waiting to see what's gonna happen next because it's unbelievable. Last week's episode was the debate. This week's episode is now he's got COVID. What are we waiting for next week?
No. This ain't HBO. This is The Simpsons, South Park. It's a cartoon. It's some comedy dudes making this script.
That's true.
This has been. I'll be ready when 2020 get on up out of here.
Maybe I tell people
it's different.
It's different.
Survive
2021. If it gets any worse, it's got to go supernatural. I've been saying that forever. Like at this point, all we got left is to go supernatural.
Look, he waiting on something to come from the sky. I'm waiting on something to come out from the water.
That's
the only thing left. Like, there's nothing else gonna surprise me at this point.
Nothing surprises me.
We
now.
saw a fire tornado.
Right,
bro. There's
you
a
didn't
fire.
See that in Cali?
Oh, you talking about different stuff out there in Cali. I hadn't seen.
It was Cali, right?
Yeah, probably with the wildfires.
Yes.
Bless everybody out there, man.
Bless everybody. It's a fire tornado out there. I prayed for him that night. I was like, I ain't never seen a fire tornado.
Right.
You can't shock me now.
That's some Avatar Last Airbender shit.
Yo,
you know what I'm saying?
That's wild as hell. ain't nothing gonna shock me at this point.
Right.
Like,
you just got to be able to adapt, push through, overcome. That's 2020.
And make sure that you got your timing right, because bruh's timing is right on point.
It is. It's a hell of a market. He posted a video, or maybe I posted the video when y'all was out there at the thing, and I was looking at his setup and stuff. He said he gonna open a business next week doing this. They posted a video, me looking over. I'm not gonna do that. But
look, I'll support you, man. I know. Look, man. Look, we need more firearms instructors. The thing is, though, you just like some people look at it like, oh, it's a cash cow. It could be if you got the right market,
right.
But then they're gonna test you on your knowledge. You gotta, man. I done shelled out so much money trying to get trained, right? So I got experience, but you want to get trained by other trainers. We go to each other's classes.
Right.
I had 2 people come down from Crossville. Actually, they were already instructors. They come to get certified by me and do the NRA route. You know what I'm saying? You can be an instructor and don't have to be certified. You see what I'm saying? So people can learn. If you were instructor, so if all 3 of us were instructors, we can learn something different. Everybody's style different. So I go to your class, you go to my class, vice versa, right? Right. You know what I'm saying? You don't pay. I'm going to a class in Texas in a couple weeks. Defensive pistol. I'm gonna take everything I got.
Defense with the pistol.
Yeah, defensive pistol course. Wow. So it's basically, you know, everything's defensive. You don't go on offensive as a civilian. You know, even you're defending, right? Offensive, you going to jail, right? You're gonna get hit with a lawsuit. You wait and you defend. You sort of prepare, but you react, right? You react to whatever's going on. So I'm gonna go there, and you know, Body by O. That's another good instructor on Instagram.
Body by O.
Yeah. So he do fitness and he do firearms. A lot of people put those two together because you ain't gotta be fit, but if you're trying to be a tactical badass, right, you gotta be fit. It's just like being in most police younger are fit, or SWAT teams are fitter, right? And same with the military, right? You're gonna have to look the part, you know. Hard target is what I call it. People pick out, right? So we get into defensive stuff right now. People pick out like what they think is a soft target. They only picked it out because they thought it was soft, right? You know, most people don't attack American soil. Just in how many wars have we fought on American soil? I'm talking about before America was fully.
I like this point.
Before America was fully established. I'm not talking about, you know, crusaders trying to steal land, and I'm talking about as the America we know now,
after
the superpower. How many people done came over here?
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? There's movies about it, which you should be aware of, Red Dawns and the things like that. But like it ain't happened though. Yes, the closest thing.
Red Dawn. I think everybody should.
Yes, it's a good way to sort of get your mind ready. It's a movie. There's 2 versions, a 2012 version.
I don't like the remake.
And then the original. But you put them both together because they're 2 different factions, right?
Right.
I think one was Cuban, one was Russian, or something like that.
I didn't think about doing it.
But it's still all communist stuff, right?
Yep.
And it's just ideology and things like that. So. You know, you gotta be prepared. Be prepared for that type of stuff. But the chances of that stuff happening in our lifetime could be slim. I think it's slim, but you know, you got your preppers out there. I ain't a prepper, but you know, they got their food, their bunkers. They didn't invest all that money, but you're gonna be knocking on their door. You trying to get in. It could be your neighbor that she was like,
Phil, I know you got them noodles in there, man. Come on, man.
Hey, barter, right? Barter.
You got 6 closets full of food.
With a lot of preppers.
I've never gotten into it. I can't afford prepping, really.
A lot of preppers have a loud mouth about it. You know, I'm stocked up. But I can survive 10 years down here. You just told everybody.
Oh, say word?
Where they need to go to. Oh, word. So I'm going to take the cheap route. While you prepping, I'm going to go ahead and just put it on my map. This is where I hit.
Hey, yeah, I wouldn't put it all out there like that. It's the same with firearms. There's probably people like, yeah, I know every firearm he got, you know.
Ricky Scribner says they need the NRA course.
Come on, hey, go sign up for your class. It's Steele Motivated
Ricky
Security.
Scribner, that's my partner in crime, man. You know,
that's the homie right there.
That's, man, you know, we do the gun party together. Shout out Ricky, you know, everybody go check him out. Hey, we exploding targets, everything.
Right. Got the exploding targets.
Man,
that don't surprise me.
Man, we already done it. We done it. Me and Ricky, man, I shot one a month or so ago with an AK-47 iron sights, and then, you know, he was at we had a tactical birthday party, so that's the pictures that's floating around. It's got hundreds of thousands of views.
Right.
He shot, one kill. You know, he shot that bad boy with a 308 AR-10, not an AR-15, but an AR-10. That's a 308 7.62 by 51 round, and first shot, boom, right before the ladies left.
Wow.
I said, bro, you knew you had to hit that.
Yeah.
Hey, you got all these ladies out here. You had to hit that, bro. You missed that. It's over with. You know what I'm saying? You just got to do it for the culture. You know what I'm saying? Let them know what's up. Yeah. Hey, but yeah.
We should do our own course though. You know that?
What y'all trying to do?
We both from Michigan, so Brandon, I think we should do.
Yeah, I can go back to Michigan too.
He got all the pistol training classes. I think we should do a pistol whooping class where we teach people to properly whoop people
with the pistol.
You know what?
It's in the wrist. It's in the wrist.
One of my students said that Jada.
For real?
She was a teacher class, the pistol whip.
She was like, "You gonna teach us how to pistol whip people?"
Step one: stop your target from moving. So you gotta use the other hand.
You have to have the proper handgun for this. You can't have no plastic.
Hey, don't listen to these guys. They from Michigan, by the way.
You gotta use one hand to stabilize the person. So you grab them by their shirt. Right. Then you gotta get the other hand, and you want to come from an angle that's not too high.
Not too high.
You want to be able to get to them quick so you can bring it back. Yes. It's all about. Remember when your mama used to whoop you? That type of motion.
You flicker the wrist.
Look, hey, y'all, that class gonna be free, by the way, because you know.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I don't know about y'all Michigan up north folks done migrated down here.
For all you non-shooters that carry,
that don't know if your gun gonna jam or not because you don't know how to do maintenance.
You don't plan on pulling no triggers.
Don't do it.
Sign up for our pistol whooping class, okay? We whooping all upside your head, okay?
Oops. Upside your head, say oops, upside your head.
I do not. This is not endorsed by Steele Motivated.
This is absolutely endorsed.
No. We don't do that.
Security bothering you at the door? I've got just a class for you. This is the pistol whooping.
Hey,
you might not get life.
Jada, there go your guys. Hey, I got a crew that'll take y'all class.
Yeah. I know they out there.
They came through my class. But look, have you noticed? I know something probably from every class. Something significant didn't happen. I try to know all my students by name. It's starting to get, rough now.
Yeah.
But now, like I can remember each thing. Most people, Now I got a little funny story almost about everybody. Though.
Right.
Hey, it's been some crazy stuff, man, that happened.
I bet it's amazing.
I'm just glad I was in the first class that had the most guys.
See, that's another thing. See, the classes is 80% women.
Yeah.
I'm serious. Like, I'm gonna do another statistical breakdown because I haven't done that in a while. Mm-hmm. But it was very Columbia, Murray County heavy. But the last few classes been. It's probably Nashville
Franklin,
heavy now.
Yeah, Franklin and Nashville, black folks coming out.
But 615 heavy now. Now, like 931 has started to fade away. Y'all still here, but the word done got out. So 615 is driving past, and this is how I put it. They driving past all these other folks to get to us down here in Columbia. We country down here, man.
They coming out of Murfreesboro, as far east as Crossville, you know, far north as Gallatin and all that, on up, and they coming down, right? Yeah. They pass. You know how many gun ranges and trainers that they pass?
Yeah, indoor ranges.
Man, they come straight to the heat wave, bro. But it's cooling off now. To see what the fuss is about. Right. Not like 9 times out of 10, man, they leave happy, and they already trying to send people. Right. Man, we get referrals like crazy though.
I'm about to send my mama.
Hey, mamas, I done trained my mama.
Mother's
man, class. We can do whatever, man. Like what we got coming up though. Like I got to make some phone call, but we're gonna try to do a youth class. Right. I got to see the age group though. See, that's the details. Youth class. All we need is sponsors though, really. Yeah. Because you know I'm gonna do it for free. I'm not gonna charge. Okay. As far, I'm not gonna charge like and pay myself. Right. We just need to find ammo. Keyword is find ammo. Right. Yeah, I got some, but you know, we do a few youth classes. It'll burn. You know, we'll burn that allotment up.
Right. We did. Yeah. I mean, even the day we were out there, we shot a lot of ammo. That probably
so 22. We're gonna use 22 for the youth. Right. We'll do age groups, and you know, and bring them out there. You know, bring them out, and it'll be a shortened course, right? You know, like so the course right now is supposed to be like 8 hours, right? You can shorten it a little bit based on speed and breaks. Right. But for youth, you know, it's probably gonna be attention span. Yeah. So we'll make it like an hour classroom with nice big pictures and things like that, and then we'll do like an hour on the right. So it'll be a 2-hour course.
You let me know, man. I can put your
already putting it in
little training video together. You can start. You know what I'm saying? Like when you get a job, you know what I mean? They got the training.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, man. I got some.
We already got the actors.
Yeah, I mean, I can do animation on there. Remember?
Oh, I was gonna.
We need it.
Load the clip.
Yeah, load the clip. So yeah, that's all.
Magazine.
It's all a possibility.
Now I do want to ask though. I want to just go ahead and just ask for people that are already gun owners or that are looking into owning guns because they want to defend their homes and their property and their families and all that. What to you would be the top 4 or 5 essential guns that they need in a household setting?
Okay, I'm glad you said household, right? Yes. It's so you got everything like carrying is different than your household. So for me, we all sitting here right now in the studio, right? We sitting here, right? Man, shotgun. Yeah, shotgun. Probably number 1. All right. A little spread on it, right? Yeah. Right. Shotgun for home defense. Revolver.
I got a shockwave.
Yeah, that's
sitting right there ready.
Right. So you got a shotgun, revolver, because it's easy to load if you got a lady, right? Okay.
Makes sense.
Then you know a nice semi-automatic pistol. So I can go into brands. So let me get into brands real quick. Like, don't buy brand names, right? So remember, like, and anybody that's been through my class, right? I tell people, buying firearms is like you know, like buying any kind of brand name, right? So Nike's good, and all these other companies are great, right? But what's going on with inside of these great brands? There are some pretty terrible product lines. Yeah. Right. Everybody, Nike, Jordan, but like. There's a pair of terrible Nikes, a terrible gym shorts that's out there made by them. Maybe it's their lower end, but it's still their name on it. Yeah. Same thing with guns, right? You got the Glocks, the SIGs. There are product lines within those name brands because people just buy name brands just because for status. Glock is what the rappers talk about. Yeah. Man, and somebody like, you know, especially in the street, right? Like, hey, look at this Glock. They showed me it ain't even like Glock. Glock is a name brand, but it's no different than duct tape, right? Like Velcro, right? Like a lot of those things, like Velcro, is a name. Right. It actually is really hook and loop. Hook and loop is what the two material is. Right. But everybody call it Velcro or like your antifreezes, your different antifreezes name. You call it. Everybody calls it one name from back in the day, and it just sticks with it. But it's really not what it's called. Right. So you buy that, or you buy the brand, and then you end up with a pretty terrible gun. Yeah. Smith & Wesson make a great line of guns. They're very well known, but they got some terrible low end guns that ain't worth nothing. I wouldn't shoot. Right. Gotcha, but get what you can afford. Right. So I'm getting into what I teach a little bit. So, excuse me, you take your budget, right? Mm-hmm. So if your budget is $400-$500, someone say, Paco, I gave you $500. Right. Take all $500 and invest it on a gun. If it was for what that's for, right? Right. I gave you $500 allowance. Do that. Don't
buy a $200 gun and pocket $300. Right. That's what we like to do, right?
Yeah.
But because it's life or death. The gun is to protect your life, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
That's what it's for. It's for defense, for protection.
Yep.
Don't go buy a shitty gun and pocket $300.
Right.
What is that going to do?
They're going to take it from you after they shoot you. Because
I'm just going to keep it real with you. Now, if that's what you can afford, it's different.
Right.
Now, if all you can afford is a High Point, man, don't let nobody talk you out of that, man. Man.
And a lot of people don't know. High Point, they have with the lifetime warranty. The joker break on you, you send it in there, they're going to send
it's
it
ugly,
out.
though.
It's ugly.
My mama be busting a High Point.
Look,
45.
Them don't kick then.
It don't because it's so large.
It's so, man. That
a High Point look like a video game gun to me. You know when they pull out the pistols?
The Nintendo Zapper.
Yeah, them things. Yeah. But I got a High Point. It was my first gun because all I could afford.
A High Point is the perfect gun for the pistol whipping class.
Yes. If you want to actually pistol whip somebody,
don't do it.
$150.
Don't do it. It's in the camera. Don't do it. Hey man, do not do it. It really is though. Yeah. But like I'm gonna tell you the best series. I don't get sponsored by nobody because I probably would never take a sponsorship if I can't speak my mind. Right. Because usually when you sponsor, a lot of the times they want you to say something positive, no matter what, about their product. Mm-hmm. They won't let you do an honest review, or they mute your activism up. Right. Hey, if Glock or SIG, Smith & Wesson, FN, if I'm gonna sponsor you, you got to shut up, basically, because it's a lot of people I know that's gun instructors that don't care. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna speak their mind in positivity for the black community,
right?
And they ain't taking no sponsorships. They don't need it,
right?
You know what I'm saying? That's the way I roll. Really, like it just is what you lose money, but in the long run, man, you keep what's here, right?
Right.
So
most important thing,
but. I'm not sponsored, but Taurus G series, man. Anything Taurus has recently made. Now we ain't talking old school Taurus where everything jams and malfunctions. Yeah. So when people's boyfriends say, "Oh, I get inboxes all the time," they tell me I'm the instructor, right? I done had the training. They tell me what a boyfriend or a dad or someone said. I'm like, okay, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not gonna argue with you, but you go that route if you want to. I'm not sponsored by anybody, but I can tell you that I got more guns than them, and I shoot them more often, and I can tell you what work and don't work.
Right.
And if not, I know other people who got them. We can bring them out to the range and let you see. Yeah. But Taurus G, probably the G2C for the ladies, and then a G3, very similar to a Glock 19.
Right.
Half the price. I can buy 2 G3s for the price of 1 Glock.
Right.
Two
it is, y'all.
Taurus G3 and my mama just
a G2C or a G3C.
My mama just got a little Taurus, a little 22,
yeah, 22. Like if that's what you want to carry, 22 ain't gonna be. It's an okay round, but it's all about shot placement, right?
My mama just turned 60. You know what I'm saying? She just need a little something.
But I used to carry my big ass Judge.
Hey, I shot his Judge, by the way, hurt my wrist. I'm pretty strong though. I've never look. Y'all think probably I done shot everything.
Yeah,
I've shot some crazy stuff, but a Judge, man. I was like, "Ooh, I want one of these bad boys." It hurt though. Yeah, it hurt my wrist a little bit.
But that's I call my Judge the day ender. If you come through my house, I can shoot you through that wall with that Judge. That's the end. You know what I mean? That's the end. It's the end of the day. But anyways, I put mine up and bought a 22 to carry on me, and people probably like, "Man, that's crazy. It's 22." Da 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 da. But let me tell you what. 90% of my confrontations are as far from me and Isaiah sitting right now.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I got my little 22. It's a Thunderstruck, so it's shooting two bullets at once. I'm not trying to go out here and take out the world. If you in my face and I feel like my life is threatened, I'm just trying to put you down so I can go home. And that's my case. A lot of people, they teach you if you're going to shoot to kill and all that. I mean, yeah, whatever it may be. I don't know. One side of the story is better than two. But for me personally, morally, I had to put that Judge up, man. I was like, dude, if a kid goes in my car and steals this Judge out while I'm somewhere or something, that's a kid with a Judge in their hand, and I just couldn't.
I can get it. From that point of view, but a judge probably overkill in the court.
Oh yeah,
not maybe not in the court of criminal court,
Right.
Because it's self-defense. That's what you use it for. But civilly, you're going to get a good civil lawyer will get you.
Oh, yeah.
But for overkill.
Right.
Like, why'd you shoot all 6 rounds of that judge into my client or whatever?
I don't know how much client would be left.
No, it'll be his family, and then they'll be like that he was dead after the first shot. I'm just making up something,
right?
So you empty 5 more in there. You could be out of millions or whatever, right? You know what I'm saying?
Your client kept on twitching. I wouldn't show up.
Man, don't.
They have a video. They call the judge the head popper in this video, and they're shooting watermelons.
Oh yeah,
and they're exploding, and I'm just like, who
is it shooting it with the 410? Is it probably the 410?
I don't know.
I don't see a 45 doing the long coat.
The long coat, yeah. They got what they make all these rounds for the judge. You know, they got one called the Dragon Fire that shoots a flame.
Yeah, that's out of the shotgun rounds.
Yeah,
I used to carry some weird stuff in my Shockwave.
Shoots a flame.
Yeah, it shoots a flame.
Don't let him
from
shoot
here
it
to
though. Bro, you can't shoot it, bro. Nah, look, he can't shoot it, man.
It shoots a flame.
It shoots a flame.
That's when you realize that you're not as mad as you was.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You like, man, what's up with you? You know what, brother? I wish you the best.
They got some weird stuff.
And her the best.
I wish
they got a bolo round that shoots a wire out there. It's crazy.
That's wild.
Yeah,
that's some of that gadget stuff. That's what I call it, man. It's not
I'm
practical.
a gadget guy.
Yeah, y'all can't see in here, but man, he got gadgets everywhere.
Man, that's like you feel like you in a shootout with Batman. You just shot a wire across the.
But I wouldn't want to go to court with that. Though.
Right,
man.
You ain't gonna win.
I got a sword in there, bro.
What?
Listen, I got a sword in there.
Swords.
That I twist.
Don't tell his stuff now.
Look, I twist the hilt. And it breaks down into 2 swords. It goes one sword.
So like one of the Ninja Turtles, right?
Yes.
Not Michelangelo. That's my guy.
Leonardo
or
that's
Raphael.
What shit I like. I saw this.
Katanas and stuff.
I saw the video, and it's only about that long. And the dude's got the sword and he's using it in the video, and then he twists the hilt and it broke into 2 swords, and I was like, "Oh, I got to order that right now." You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Is that how I said
it? My boy used an old school cash register sound just like that.
Yes.
Cha-ching. So I need to get my knife game together, man. I went to a military store, like military and police, like a tactical store.
Right.
Man, knives go on for as much as guns.
Yes.
And Tennessee don't have a law that prohibits certain blades.
Oh, really? See, I always thought they did.
I talked to a police, a Nashville police. I went to this store in Nashville. I talked to him while he was in the store waiting on like somebody's uniforms.
Right.
And the owner was like, "Yeah, you can have a stiletto. You can have all that crazy stuff."
Yeah.
And the cop was like, "Yeah, unfortunately, there is no restrictions on blades. But everything can change though."
Yeah, dude that run the pawn shop up on Carmack told me that he police officer.
But once you cross that state line though, it's like anything else, right? Yeah. We can have high capacity magazines and all this craziness down here in the South. Pretty much,
right?
You go up to upstate New York and all that other stuff.
No
cross the lines if you want to.
Do not have no drone.
Yeah.
Oh, shout out to Miss Lisa. Miss Lisa just said hi. The last episode of the Whodat reviews, we did Lisa Mae's soul food. So shout out to Miss Lisa.
Shout out to Lisa.
I'm fat. I like some food. Hey, Miss Lisa,
come on or do a review with us.
Let me do a taste test.
Yeah.
When's the next one?
Hey, I'll make sure I let you know. We got 2 set up.
Who coming on?
We got some Jamaican food coming and then
I need
seafood.
I've been talking to Von D's about letting us do a review there also.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
So
All right, shout out to Von D's.
These are all local. You're doing local.
Yeah. You know Von D's is a Thai place.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the rooftop piano bar. It's nice. It's real nice.
Need to get right. See, y'all get all the free food?
Man, we ain't gonna talk about all that. Don't talk about it.
Man, I'm
not saying
it may be free, it may not, but I'm the new staff member.
It'll be free for you.
Audio check. I'm doing the sound checks for them every day.
Right.
check.
Food. Yes.
Yes, sir.
But you know what though? Those Whodat reviews are a good chance for small businesses to hit like 2,000 people in the area.
Quick.
Within the week, you've got 2,000 or 3,000 views where
It's only about your food.
It's about your food, and we telling you what we like about
Right.
that. You know.
Y'all hitting like that?
Yeah.
We finna have a couple
good.
grand looking.
Yeah.
But y'all
definitely.
keep the podcast up though, where you can relook at them and stuff.
Yes.
See, that's key, right there.
Sometimes
yeah.
we do watch parties where you can we'll set up to where it's just a marathon of old episodes.
Yeah.
And you
Well,
just
y'all
tune in.
they got the reruns, y'all.
Yeah.
Hey, they got the
get syndicated. You only need 100 episodes to get syndicated.
Oh man, we might.
How many y'all got? Y'all on season 2?
Season-
20 is something, right?
This is episode
29.
29.
Man, shout out for the 29.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. Hey, that's a lottery number somebody tonight.
Yeah.
We get a percent. If you went off that number, you better let us know.
Right, yeah. Y'all owe 99.9% back to the company.
He said 99.9.
Hey, they cha-ching. Hey, they still gonna come away with millions.
Right.
Don't worry about
This
it.
could all still work out.
Yes, make this happen.
Yes, sir, man.
So, well, Isaiah, I thank you for coming on here and being able to tell us about your business and
sir.
talk guns with
Appreciate
us.
y'all, man.
Yeah, man.
You know, we kind of talked about things we need to do as a community, black and white. You know,
Yeah, it's
So,
unity, really.
yeah.
Don't get it twisted. It's unity.
And for the listeners, like it's when he says it's unity, like we're not out here. People they get caught up on the Black Lives Matter and all this as an organization, not a statement. But your neighbor, your African American neighbor, your black neighbor, is talking about the statement, not the organization. We just want fair equality, things like that. We're not trying to
Man, if we being for
oppress
real,
anybody.
if we being for real, if you are listening to this, then I'm pretty sure you're in the same tax bracket as most other people.
Right.
Like y'all, we talking about the same thing.
Yeah.
Like most of the time, we're talking about the same thing. Don't let the little minute little things make you feel like the person across the street is your nemesis. It's
That's right.
They doing
probably
the
the
same
furthest
thing.
from the truth, for real. Like but as you said, that was the difference though. Before we used to have to talk to somebody.
Oh yeah,
You used
social
to-
media. You think so? I look at Paco or your social media. I think I know the person. Man, you don't know that person for real. Like
Right.
they don't. Nobody. Even if you think, man, they post all the time. They whole life on here. Man, it's probably less than the percent,
Fabricated.
right? Yeah. Or it's not real. Like most of it gonna be real talk. It's probably gonna be not even what's up. Yeah, they may post a baby picture or two, but you don't know the real story behind anything.
Right.
You gotta go talk to the person or be that person's friend to really know them, if you even know them then.
Prime example, you got people that ain't seen their kids in a year go steal their pictures of their kids off of somebody else's site.
And
Oh,
post-
I love them so much, and don't ever even see them kids. You know what I mean?
Man, shout out to all y'all paying child support out there. By the way,
that's a whole nother episode.
Nah, but still, shout out to y'all. Look, shout out to y'all, because I was thinking about that. I was like, man, there's people out here right now, they still paying child support, and y'all ain't making nothing in this pandemic. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to all y'all.
Yeah,
It's got
That's
to pay
crazy.
regardless. Like,
50% gone.
see, and that's the thing. If you are a male and you pay child support, and you think that the dude over in that other faction or something like that, like is against you, find another male to pay child support. I
Right.
bet y'all get along.
Yeah, white, black, Hispanic,
I bet y'all
whatever
get
it may
along.
be.
Hey,
And if you are a woman and you feel like that other lady or whatever might be against you, ask her about the one dude that did her wrong. Y'all gonna go get some mimosas and be friends.
Yep.
Like there's other ways that we can relate to each other. It's not as bad as if you look at the news how they make it seem. But it's all about unity. But the only way to get that is to communicate. And
It's communication. That's everything, probably
yes.
though. Really.
Oh, snap. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we
Show-
definitely gotta
show
show the
them.
shirt. Where am I at? Can they see
Right
it
here, right here.
Check it out though. So man, y'all gotta come get the merch. Janae Armstrong, she putting in work, for your boy. So she putting it in there.
What can I go get the merch?
Bam. So you can go holler at her. You can holler at me on the website. We usually gonna put it on the website. Instagram, whatever. Most people just inbox me. So I'm one of the type that you can,
We gonna put them
you can inbox me, man. Like I try to talk to people and stuff, See, that's what I was using. What is this company? I don't even know this. Custom Ink. So I had some stuff through Custom Ink.
Right.
So y'all don't remember when them shirts came out a couple years ago and they was popping. So I had a scholarship, right? So I started a minority scholarship in 2018. And how I got a lot of the money, besides matching it or whatever, man, I sold shirts. They didn't look like it's different logo. My logo when I first started, $2, bro. I sold the shirts. They ended up being in 14 states and 6 countries. Something crazy, man. Something crazy, man. That was crazy though, man. That was an experience right there. I'm talking about. It's people, man. Look in your look in the bottom drawer, bro. Some man, I'm trying to tell you, they got them. Now you see them out every now and again. I done had students bring those shirts back out. They'll wear them, either the white one or the black one, right? Or just a couple pink ones running around too, right? That they'll come wear them to the class. Oh, nice. You know, people usually make a statement in my class. Or I don't care what you wear, really. It's gonna be it's a political statement, social injustice statement, favorite sports team, favorite brand, your own brand. Like I done had people usually network in there. So my class usually you network. If you sell something, bring it after class, bring it to the range. Usually, you get some customers, or at least get people thinking.
Right. You still got the scholarship? You still do that?
I don't do that. I'm gonna bring it back though. Like I don't do that no more. It was a lot of stuff, a little weird stuff, right? So it's I'm trying to get more people involved, right? Like I wanted more students, really. Like, I really had to call out people, right? So it just didn't. It was too short of a time. That's something you got to build. Yeah. But me and G Money, Garland Brown, again, I had been talking about that for him forever, really. And I finally got it going though, right? But it caught steam, but like it should have been more, right? We want to reach out to more, every school, right? So we had your main 3, the main 2, really.
Spring Hill Central.
Spring Hill really wasn't that involved though, man. But see, I'm a Central Line. No, I wouldn't be that involved either. Taking them L's that they take. You know what I'm saying?
Here we go.
I'm just saying, but now
the last year I played with 1, so we beat y'all. So I don't even want to talk about it.
When? In 2004.
I graduated in 2004.
Man, that Spring Hill team was garbage.
It don't matter.
And they'll be garbage forever.
I left with the dub,
a victory.
The W.
Look, bro. That was my freshman year. 17-1. Yeah. That's y'all's 1-17.
Was it 1-7? No.
Y'all have only won one time.
Oh, yeah. I get what you're saying. My bad.
So it ain't much of a rivalry. We really need to shut it down again.
I mean, hey. Say what you want to. At the end of the day, I left high school with the W. You can't take it from me.
You left with 3 losses, too.
It's okay.
You left with 3 losses,
It's not how you start. It's how you finish, Isaiah. Okay?
Ooh, hit the gong.
Hit the gong. Oh,
you know what, man? Hey, these two characters right here, I can't fool with them, man. I can't fool with them. But nah, though.
Yeah. Before you go,
what's happening?
Alumni game.
Oh yeah, y'all know. Yeah. So COVID, right?
Oh no.
So we came up with this alumni, right? Yeah. I'm talking about it. You want to know how it started, though? It started with some cash talking between some central guys, right? Trez Booker and Justin Bullock, right? We was coming at of course, right? The basketball god. But we was talking cash to Larry Granberry down there in Mount Pleasant, Jamarcus Webster. Right. You know what I'm saying? We were just talking cash to him, man. It was a friendly little street ball game. It was gonna be like a home and home, right? We're gonna go down to the mini park, maybe in Jonesboro. We're gonna pick somewhere. We're gonna pick somewhere up here and play street ball, and then maybe if we could grab a gym, the championship would be in the gym if it go that far, right? Yeah. Well, it popped off and people started hearing about it. So Spring Hill, there it is. Spring Hill wanted a part of it, right? So this had nothing to do with Spring Hill,
right?
Period.
Right.
So I let the crybabies in from up north. That's what I call them.
The crybabies.
So we let them in. Get calls from Shelbyville. So then they saying, hey, what about girls teams?
Oh, wow.
Oakland, Riverdale, Franklin, out-of-state teams from Huntsville, Atlanta.
What?
So we turned something that was supposed to be just a Murray County, just a little rivalry between Mount Pleasant and Columbia, like back in the old days, right? We were going to go out there and do something for the community. It turned out to be Murray County alumni, right? Giles County, everybody trying to get in on it. Everybody in on it. and then it turned into the Battle for Middle Tennessee.
Oh wow!
I'm talking about we invited Memphis teams, everybody. Wow. We got confirmation from I think 12 boys teams, and the girls side suffering a little bit. So if you know a alumni team from any ladies teams, and you just got to be a graduate. You just got to graduate school. Right, you could have played 1 year, 2 years, all 4 years. It don't matter. Okay. And we had that. So that was supposed to be September. I forgot the date. We changed it, and then we're gonna do it in October. But COVID got everything messed up. Number one thing,
numbers
trying to keep
are rising.
Right. So we just gonna bump it probably the next springish, maybe back in the summer. So
the summer. Because man, we can.
It just depends though, man. Because we had some talent, NBA talent coming. Like we know between me and the committee, we know NBA players, WNBA players, and like everybody I talked to that I personally knew said yes, and was like, hey, I sent them the invite. We had a formal invite. We got alumni, like we got principals involved and everything.
We can
like,
call it the Summer Jam.
No, it's the Battle for Middle Tennessee. The logo's already made.
Oh, that's cool then. Can we still do the announcing though?
Oh yeah, y'all was in the committee group.
Yes,
y'all was going. Look, we had a few people wanted to do podcasts. We had multiple DJs. It was gonna be live. I'm talking about. Think about it. The summer was down.
Right.
Man, this was finna live in the country up. I say the South at least.
Right.
Like everybody knew about it. My inbox was off the hook.
Right.
So now anytime.
This is what I was made for.
But COVID. And then we heard about the spike coming, so I had like a nursing committee. We were like, man, we might have pulled a plug before it even gets started for real. So we're finna start fundraising.
Plenty of time to prep now.
Oh yeah, we ready. Man. So we got the baseline. Hey, we got the baseline. So the committee, y'all already in the committee group. It's battle for Middle Tennessee, committee group.
Yo, I'm about to be out there like the dude off the N1 on the sideline, just right there with the mic. Bro, that's how I made it through PE.
Yeah, but look, I tell you what though, like real talk. Man, the committee heads, Garland Brown, and Kim Osborne, man, they some pillars in the community. So I reached out to them. Say, hey, I need y'all to be. I actually really just tasked them. I didn't really ask.
Right.
I said, hey, y'all the committee heads.
Right.
My bad military background, I guess. But yeah, they was like, yeah, we got it. What you need? They get linked up, man. Like they let us do what we do. It's probably like they probably look at us like children still.
Right.
Like could we be in there bickering and fighting about how many teams can go in and stuff like that. So like we done had a lot of help. Jamarcus. McKnight, Wisner, whatever you want to call him. He big in the group. Janae Armstrong, Couture Brown, the Larry, all the main schools in Murray County are on the committee, right? So everybody got a representative, right? We're gonna and it ain't just a public school thing, private schools. So there's a private school in Lebanon. I forgot they're gonna be coming. Columbia Academy put a bid in. They want to play too. They team's been pretty cold here lately too. State title winners. So CA coming with it. They done beat Central a few times in a row.
Oh wow.
So so it's gonna be lit though. And
we used to look Columbia Academy's sports program used to be so bad. We used to be there. Our JVs used to play their varsities, man.
Hey, not now. They probably got I'm just gonna keep it real. Right over the past 3 years, they got the best basketball program in the county. Easily, can't nobody mess with
all
it.
you got to do is see
football. Pretty good too.
See that bus when they pull up in that bus and all them TVs and them headrests. Hey,
they good though.
They got a better bus than the Clippers. Okay,
so the Clippers got clipped though.
They got a better bus than the Clippers.
Hey, but look, check this out though. But like the tournament's still on. People be inboxing me all the time. It's still on. I promise you. Is that I gotta see? I don't want to have a tournament without the star power, right? So we had some star power coming, right? So I called in some favors, right? So it's all about the company you keep around you, right? So I tell people the people that you laughed at and they want to be a part of when they were younger are now NBA coaches.
Yep.
Or associated, they big time lawyers, big time business owners,
PR,
all that CEOs. Now you can be like, hey, you were my teammate. Hey, remember us in class? Hey, you want to do this? You want to do that? Kept good company. Right. Like when you veer off, and that company ain't gonna be able to help you with nothing like positive. Really, it just is what it is. The company you keep.
Right. Correct.
So luckily, for those most people who done kept good company. your circle probably pretty successful. It's just being honest.
Right.
In something, right?
Yep.
You could be the top hairstylist and do hair for some celebrity.
Yep, that's true.
Now you got to into the celebrity.
Yep.
Hey, call your homegirl, homeboy who cut hair. Hey, can you get so and so to speak for my youth event? Here they come.
There they are.
That's it.
Hard. Yo, I can't wait. I can't wait for this tournament.
So
man.
it's still going down. We got to get it revved
wait.
back up. So with the NBA being pushed,
Yeah.
so I don't know what their training camp gonna be like. Because are you gonna have another season this quick? They still playing basketball.
Yeah.
They supposed to have been done in June.
Yep.
So are they gonna take a break? Or are they gonna run right back into it? And you said is COVID gonna be gone?
Right.
New president. Like the tournament, like, it's just on hold. Like I'm keeping people in the loop though. Like, hey, you still good? For now, they can say depends on the time, right?
Right.
But like we trying to elevate, we trying to make it annual though. Like we got the buy-in from Central High School, the best high school period. And look how pretty it is though. We want to host it there.
I know. I'm glad you're doing it now instead of a few years ago because it looked like lean on me then. Oh.
He said lean on me. No, he didn't.
Spring Hill done took many L's in that gym.
Dangerous Minds. What is it? 187.
hey, they trying to. Hey, we got one of the best schools, in the mid South, right?
Right.
In the state.
No, I agree.
Beautiful school.
They have
Dynamite.
I'm gonna take the higher road on this one. Yeah, they hooked y'all up.
Y'all need to tear down y'all school real talk.
So?
Man, they need to take that. They need to take that school down and send all those Columbia people back to Central so we can dominate. If it wasn't for y'all going off to Spring Hill, we'd probably have 100 state titles. Yeah. But the zone all messed up. They feel sorry for y'all little baby dusty school up there.
Oh, wow. Got to be the dusty school.
A little dusty school. Every time I walk by there or ride by, I just look at it, man.
How you look?
I just give it that look like, man.
When they built the new school, where did they send all the roaches from the old school? Where did they go? They still got them G buildings out? No,
G buildings.
You know what I'm talking about? Yes, the vocational. Who out there? What the? Coach Witt, is he teaching them?
Man, Coach, shout out to Coach Witt, man. He retired, bro. Hey, you know a whole lot of people hating, man. Sound like you wanted to go to Central.
No, man.
Sound like, hey, he couldn't cut it at Central like half y'all, bro.
Oh, there you go. You hear that?
Hey, you can't cut it at it. We powerhouse. You can't cut it. It's crazy at Central, man. Well, it used to be. Probably still is.
I don't know.
They was like, well, let's just go to Spring Hill. Let's send them to Spring Hill.
Yeah, it was cool.
It's nicer there.
I love Spring Hill, my alumni that was there. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Yeah, anyway.
Half of y'all was supposed to be at Central, man. They messed the zone in.
I was not supposed to be. I lived in the country. I was riding.
Oh, you supposed to be the Santa Fe then?
Hell no. I was out there. Out there by the interstate, man. You know what I'm saying? I lived all the way out
by
there.
By the interstate?
Yeah, like, where like stands and all that was?
What?
Out there in the country. Riding 4-wheelers, fucking white girls. Oh, that's what we was doing. I'm sorry.
I don't condone any of that language. Look, the show is really over. We just messing around. Yeah. I don't know what what he's talking about.
I don't condone it.
Shout out to Bel Air. Everybody in Bel Air.
Shout out to Royce Messenger. He in the country too, though.
Yeah.
There you go.
Hey, shout out to Bel Air, man. We in here, man. Yeah. I don't know what y'all talking about, man.
Yeah. Hey, I can't wait.
Bel Air all day. We could have a basketball tournament, and Bel Air, we'll probably win it, man.
You think so?
Yeah, we might win it. Okay. We might, man. East Side, they got some balls, man. But yeah, I think Bel Air will win it. Because everybody done lived in Bel Air once in their life. So we got a big pool. We got a big pool we can pull from, man.
You was in Bel Air. I remember you was
in come on, bro. Yeah, come on to the squad, man.
What's the streets over in Bel Air? Because it's only like
Bullock Street, man.
Shout out to Bullock.
Nolan Drive.
Come on,
man.
What's the one with the projects back there? What's the street back there?
That's Nolan Court.
Nolan Court. Shout out to Nolan Court.
Bro, we in here. Glenmont Drive, Cloverdale, all day.
Yeah,
hey, we in here. Chapman Lane.
Chapman Lane.
What's the one start with an N? Not Nolan.
I don't know. I forgot.
They got Nolan Court and Nolan Circle over there.
Yeah. He rewinded.
Hey, it goes down over there, bro.
Yeah. But let's not miss the fact that he did just say Bel Air would be East Side. So if y'all wanna,
I said, hey, we could do it.
If y'all would like to,
we all old now. Don't get it twisted. We old though. I got a man. We got a nice little. We can pull from it.
Man,
I gotta see who ain't in jail and stuff though. We got a pool, man.
What they call it when you get the pass to get out of jail for something?
The work release?
No, not work. What's the other one? Like you got a funeral or something.
Oh, you gonna get the?
They let you out?
Yeah. Sure, yeah.
A lot of people ain't been let out there.
Hey, they
that might be prison though.
Their rights.
Man, we might can win though.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm telling you.
I'm
your squad definitely out there on by stands. Y'all ain't gonna do nothing.
Spring Hill, hey, all them niggas out there. Well,
we ain't talking schools. We talking neighborhoods, bro.
Oh.
Your neighborhood ride tractors, bro. Y'all ain't finna hoop on nobody.
I mean, you get the '93 squad that went to the state champion.
We ain't talking schools, bro. We talking neighborhoods.
Neighborhoods, yeah.
We get Central got a ton of talent.
You know
when we go like that.
All that money out there, they gonna have the flyest fits. They gonna have all the new shoes.
They gonna have
Jordans. One game. They gonna be out there one game.
Hey, they gonna look good as fuck losing out there.
One and done, y'all. One and done. Hey, they gonna be one and done. Hey, we just can't be stopped.
Yeah, we gotta see.
Bro, you can get out there too.
What about fat ass? I'm gonna be on there announcing. I'm gonna
get posted up.
JR, that's who I am in the equation from WWE. JR.
Bro, hey, bro, this done went all the way left, bro. We ain't even talking about guns and stuff no more. We talking about how sorry Spring Hill High School is. I bring this up in like every conversation.
As soon as I've seen it before.
Man, look, I get a Spring Hill person in my class. I'm like, oh, you went to that terrible school.
Hey,
and he said I got a quota to lead this every conversation.
But they keep coming though. Shout out to Spring Hill, send them my way. Y'all was really supposed to go to Central anyway.
Oh, there it is.
Hey, they had Bel Air zone for Spring Hill.
They did.
I about threw up.
That wasn't that long. But they had to change that back quick.
Hey, I was finna walk to Central.
Let me tell you.
I would tell my bus driver, you better turn right. Don't turn left.
I was in the first class of E.A. Cox when they built it. That was the first time I had ever seen a student get taken away in a police car. Lean on me.
Bruh, Cox, hey, yeah. I don't like Cox either, man. But it's whatever.
I was like, wow.
y'all was hood out there.
They was fighting, and the teachers was like, mm-mm. And then the next thing I know, here come police officers. Yep. I said, wait a minute, they don't get detention? No, nigga, they get jail. Okay, I was like, wow. Wow.
You go to jail.
Go to jail.
Yes, you do.
Bro, I done took over the podcast, all this, bro. I'm the new host right here. We done took this thing all the way over. Hey, we talking about high schools and everything now, man. Hey, look. Hey, next on the show, I don't know, but hey, I'm gonna hit y'all up. Hey, I'm hosting. I done took it over, bro. I got them hostage in here. Whodat Podcast.
He don't know he on the mothership.
He got the Draco under the t-shirt over here.
Oh, hey, bro, they finna get me hit up, bro. Hey, I'm going out like a G though.
White fans, please call the police.
He said, "Water white fans,
please. We will not call it snitching. I promise."
No, you know you can't snitch, boy. Don't snitch around here.
Yeah. Hey, them on a list somewhere.
Hey, I think somebody keeping a Facebook list.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy? They got this.
Crazy.
You saw the list?
Man, I ain't seen. I think so. I don't know no list, bro.
It's like they just be laying the list down on the table, like.
Hey, they do be like, hey, here go the paper. They go the papers they told on me. Hey, I'm like, man, I hate to be that dude.
Yes.
They saving the screenshots.
Hey, man. Go right on Facebook.
He go right on Facebook.
All right, y'all. We're gonna have to wrap it up.
Oh yeah, we in here. Hey, that whole last 15 minutes was unscripted.
You're right. Right.
I don't know what happened, bro.
We just chilling, man. We just in here. We just in here.
Shout out to Central
They
High
love
School.
it though, man.
Yeah.
Spring Hill, sorry.
For sure.
He said one more time.
One more time.
Don't get mad when you start getting them death threats from my fans. I got fans on here from Spring Hill loyal.
Man, they know better. Bring it on.
Hey, he gonna be walking down the street and just all of a sudden just Spring Hill.
All they gonna hear is SH. What you know about the spring?
This one's for Pac.
Hey, yeah, y'all leave me alone, bro. I'm gonna have to start going the Bear Creek route.
Right.
I can't take Saturn Parkway no more. I might get hit up.
As long as you don't speed no more on Bear Creek, man. I don't know why you was speeding on Bear Creek.
Bro, rushing to the class, bro.
Man, I done got stopped 3 times on Bear Creek. After the 3rd time, he came to the window. I just like admitted to it. I was like, man, I know, bro. Just go ahead. Just
write it.
Just write it, man.
Did they give you a ticket?
No, man. That's the cool thing.
They don't be, bro. They be out there, bro. They don't be hitting people up like that.
That's the cool thing about it, man. I've only gotten 1 ticket my whole life.
But what a wood at? Is that real wood up in here? You better get on that, man.
Yeah. But it wasn't none of them on Bear Creek. Well, none of them on Bear Creek, but they will stop you though. They'll definitely. Wait a minute.
Yeah, they will. They will.
The first 2, I was like, oh, come on. The 3rd time, I was like, you got me, bro. What you want to do? Can I just slow it down?
Is that you again?
Right.
My partner stopped you 3 days ago.
My partner.
They gonna stop Isaiah. They gonna be like, "What are you doing in Raider Country, boy?" We saw that podcast.
Yeah, we saw the podcast. No,
That ain't Raider Country,
What
bro.
are you doing in Raider Country?
Raider Country. That sound like y'all tough or something.
Oh, it is.
Raider Country, man. Every time I go through there, I'm like,
what about all right? Because I know since you play football, you gotta feel a way about this. Like,
oh man, this is a whole nother topic.
No, you know they changed the Franklin's
What?
they logo.
The Rebel?
Yeah, they thinking about changing the name too. Did you hear about that?
I did. Royce.
Yeah,
Royce
that's who
was the
told
one
me
that
about
handled
it.
that,
That's
yeah.
the one. Yeah, he told me about that. Man, what'd you think about that? Because playing them dudes and all that, they not the Rebels no more, man.
What would they be? Man, I played for the Ole Miss Rebels.
But I'm saying, like, just growing up and like you going up
Man,
against
that's
Franklin,
like Ole Miss changing their name. Now they
Man,
changed the mascot,
I mean,
but
Slick
like
be
that's
told the
wild.
Raider is the same thing as the Rebel.
yeah, pretty much.
It is. The Raiders the same thing. Like it's still Confederate based. So.
The Raider, man, when it comes to all that school stuff, I really don't care either way. It don't really bother me like that. Just being honest.
The fact that like they changed it like that.
Yeah, what are they gonna be the Franklin? What? I don't know.
Don't nothing
Shit,
fix.
the
Don't
Franklin
nothing
money bags, let them have that shit. Look, we beat Franklin one year, and they told us that's all right, that's okay. Y'all be pumping our gas one day.
Oh, they cheerleaders?
The crowd.
That's true.
The whole crowd.
The whole
Hey,
crowd.
bro, we
Hit
ain't
you with
never
that Bring
beat
It
Franklin.
On.
When did? Who is y'all? Spring Hill beat Franklin?
Yes.
And what?
Football. Bruh, the
Franklin.
whole crowd said,
That must have been Franklin in like 2000 when they was suffering or something.
man, it happened.
Let me look at Coach T.
I felt like I was in a damn movie based in, you know what I mean?
They
Like,
hit you with the Bring It On chant.
yeah.
That's all right. That's okay. You're gonna be pumping our gas someday.
Yeah.
Oh,
Look, we was looking.
that's when you switch it up and be like, all right, look, we can fight too.
Right, right.
we can fight
Right.
too. You ain't about to.
Yes.
Franklin somethings. Well, they ain't no different than the Washington being the Washington football team now.
That's terrible.
That's
They
terrible.
could have came up with a quick name.
You got
Anything.
all that money in an organization, and you can't come up with a name.
Name.
Look, y'all called me. I got you. You know what you want to be.
Like,
I designed that shit for a fraction of what the fuck y'all was paying whoever had that job. Okay,
man, they just
Look,
fly.
Man, I don't know, bro.
Washington now.
Well, they
Washington
they got to make logos for marketing. They can't. They had like 2 weeks to figure out what they're gonna do.
Right.
Like you don't want the wrong
You
logo.
know, for the right
so now
money, I'd
it's
have pulled an all nighter. Tell them I pull all nighters for a fraction.
the
I see why
Washington
they
football
didn't pick out a
team.
name. Imagine the pressure of you just had to get rid of the Native American. And you like, what else can we pick? I don't know. We might piss them off again. We're
Yeah.
just Washington. We're just Washington.
Man, but that, come on, Redskins. Man, that was racist from the start.
From the jump.
It stayed forever. That show you how much money and the way the country thinks.
That
sometimes,
goes
man.
to show how
it is, man.
if you can't be racist, how that creativity don't flow the same. It's
Right.
like, we can't be Redskins. What about Indians? We can't be Indians.
We're not gonna.
What
be
about the
nothing.
savages? We can't be savages. We're just Washington.
What about you seen the meme where they took the Indian off the Land O'Lakes? And it says, just like America, get rid of Indian and keep the land. That's fucked up.
Hey, it's crazy.
Internet
History is
undefeated,
crazy,
bro.
man.
All right, man, we gotta wrap this up, guys.
Hey, I ain't gonna do no more. I ain't gonna say nothing bad about the school no more, man. I'm out, man.
All right,
Hey.
yo, thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Whodat Podcast. Thank you to our guest Isaiah for coming on the show. Make sure you check out Steele Motivated Security on Facebook, Instagram, the website. All of that. Book you a class or for a family member or something. Yeah. Anything you want to leave off with, Pop?
Yeah.
Who that?
All right. Oh, wait.
What?
Also, because tomorrow is the deadline for voting registration. Look into how to do your mail-in voting also. All right, because that's going to be a big part of the election this year. If you got to do a mail-in or something like that, you need to figure that out right now. Go down to Election Commission. They got all the answers for you.
Early vote. How about that?
Yes, that. There you go. Sproul, 5th Ward City Council. Thank you very much. Who that?
We out.
We out.
Hey out there, this is Kamithia, also known as Mookie around the city. I have here Knockout Health and Wellness, your new boxing and fitness virtual assistant and app. You can video chat with trainers, queue up previous sessions, request libraries of various workouts, fully customizable workouts to fit your boxing needs in home. Form, technique, character building, strength, endurance, meal prepping. Hey, knock that out. Knockout Health and Wellness. Download on your smartphone today.
What's up? It's your favorite homegirl, Phoenix. I'm a fan biker, and these are my tales.
We already did the classroom part. Now we're out here at the range. I shot 17 out of 20. Sent a mask. Do something to you. Pachman came out and everything. The support.
Yeah, I'm already certified.
Yeah, he already know how to do
this.
this.
For years, so I had to get the little, all that bullshit going on.
You know what I mean?
All that bullshit going on. All that bullshit. So,
the Steele Motivated Basics of Pistol Shooting class that I just got done taking. I just went through the course. I did the written part where we was in the classroom. Now we live on the range. But I got my instructor, Mr. Isaiah Smith, the founder of Steele Motivated Security and Trainings. Man, hey, I appreciate you first off for just showing me everything.
I appreciate you coming, man. Hey, you missed the first class. He missed the first class.
I did.
He was supposed to be in one of them classes that was 107.
See, look how
he
God
ducked
works.
that. He ducked out. Look,
Man.
it's beautiful out here right now.
It was just right on time. You know what I'm saying? I may not be there when you want me to. But I'm right on time. Man, when did you start all this? How many years have you been doing it?
This right here, so the NRA version of the course, I've been teaching probably since 2018. So right around probably February is when I first came up with the business. Okay. And from then on, we've been, just shooting and training. So, but I didn't start the NRA course until this year, really. The full course where I got all these people didn't start it to this year. Now I've been certified since 2018.
Okay.
Took a little break and then tried to come back in. Woo. Hold on, hold it now. Woo. I didn't shoot that. I didn't shoot that. Oh, bro. Woo. It's more like that's space. Hey, brother, step up a few feet. Y'all get parallel with it. Get even with it. Stay even with each other.